Greetings, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to our annual support staff recognitions and honors program. This is certainly a first for me. Obviously, we weren't able to have the banquet this year, so we're doing this virtually. I've never done this before, so please bear with me. I apologize for you having to stare at my ugly mug for a while. And I like to say I have my Garth Brooks headset on here. Gina likes to call it the Britney Spears set. I think I'm going to go with Garth Brooks, but we'll see where that goes. But either way, not being able to have the banquet, we just could not let this go. We so many of you are deserving of recognition and honors, and we want to say thank you in the right way. And so we're adapting and doing what we can do. And so I appreciate your understanding and bearing with me through this process. Want to just start out by talking about these special times. Obviously, we had an end of the year like no other. I don't think that anyone could have guessed when we started into March that we were going to end the year like this. And I think going forward, it will be much the same. And the beginning of the year will look like no other. But I want to share this quote by Robert Louis Stevenson with you. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant. And I think that's what we're talking about at this point is we're here today to celebrate the things that we've accomplished and some good things that happened this past year. And at the same token, thinking forward and what next year looks like and the seeds that we need to plant so we have a good harvest going forward. And it doesn't matter what your role in the district is, whether it's nursing, food service, transportation, maintenance, custodial, secretarial, technology, paraprofessional, it doesn't matter what your role is. We're all here for the kids, and we appreciate the work that you do. Cannot stress that enough. Some of the behind the scenes things, so to speak, are some of the very most important things that happen, and often go unnoticed by many. But I want you to know that we do notice, we do appreciate you, and we are sincerely grateful for the work that you do and that you are a part of the Rolla School family. And with that being said, I want to just throw out a few special thank yous here to start us off. First and foremost, our school board, Charlotte Jameson, Jim Packard, Carla Clayton, Tony Froelich, Jane Haskell, Brian Creedy, and Shannon Lusk. They're wonderful folks. They do a great job for the community and for the district, and we appreciate their guidance and leadership and support throughout this entire process and throughout the school year. And I can't say enough about the quality folks that we have representing us there. Just a couple of special thank yous, and I'll have a few more of these as we move through. But first and foremost, to Linda Schweiss. Many of you have no idea what it's like to have to work with me every day, all day, and Linda certainly does. But she has been instrumental in putting all this information together, getting your snacks bags put together, and just gathering everything up so that we can honor everybody that needs to be honored. I want to say a thank you to Beth Jett for ordering the snacks for us and helping us with that process, checking pricing and figuring out what we could put together and in a reasonable time frame and get out to you. And then, of course, to Gina Zervos for putting the videos together. She's had to do some editing for me and for us, and we appreciate the time that she puts in to get the message out. So thank you to all of them. There are many, many others, and as I said, we'll get to some of them as we go through. Okay, first up, we have our 20-year anniversaries. 20 years with the district, certainly an honorable milestone, and we appreciate the opportunity to celebrate these folks. Our first honoree is Tamila Crane, paraprofessional at Wyman. Congratulations, Tamila. Appreciate you. Carolyn Keeby, our paraprofessional at Mark Twain. Thank you, Carolyn. Ms. Ginger King, our technology director. Thank you, Ginger. Appreciate your service. Cheryl Ludlow, paraprofessional at the junior high, 20 years. Karen Merrill, secretary at RTC. Thank you, Karen. Trudy Stadler, paraprofessional at Mark Twain. Appreciate your service, Trudy. Ginger Thompson, secretary at Mark Twain. A lot of Mark Twain honorees in this group this year. Thank you, Ginger, for your 20 years of service. We appreciate you. It's quite a milestone. Each of you will receive an engraved mug in appreciation of your dedicated service as a Rolla Bulldog. We appreciate you and hope that you still have many good years with the district. But we certainly appreciate the time that you put in and what you do for our students. Our next groups are 20 plus years of service recipients. So these are the people in the district that have been with the district longer than 20 years. And certainly an incredible thing to be with one business, one place of employment for so long, and to continue serving the students of the community is certainly noble and appreciated. So with 21 years of service, we have Kim Feeler, Guidance Secretary at the high school, and Beth Jett, our Director of Food Service. Thank you, Kim and Beth. 21 years. 22 years, Tom McCartney, Assistant Network Administrator, and Reva Stevenson, Secretary at Wyman. Now, I should note with Reva, Reva actually has about 29 years with the district. She did 7 years in a prior employment stint and took a little break and came back with us. But we certainly appreciate everything that you've done, Reva. 23 years, Debbie Grossenbacher, Secretary at RTI, and Connie Jones, Teacher Clerk at Wyman. 24 years, Teresa Pearson, our cafeteria supervisor at Wyman, Sam Potts, the head custodian at the middle school, and Robin Whitaker, guidance secretary at RTI. Thank you, Teresa, Sam, and Robin. 24 years of service. Jumping to 27 years, we have Lucia Hart, our bus driver, Dina Houston, cafeteria supervisor at Truman, and Chris Wood, our secretary, one of the secretaries at the high school. Thank you, Lucia, Dina, and Chris, for all of your years of service, 27 years. It's incredible. 28 years, John Talbert, maintenance, Linda Schweiss here in central office, and Tammy Skaggs, a bus driver. Thank you, John, Linda, and Tammy, for your years of service. 28 years is certainly amazing. 29 years, Chris Hedrick over at the high school, our head custodian. Thank you, Chris. We appreciate your time and all that you do for the district. 32 years, Mary Barron at the middle school, our cafeteria supervisor. Mary, we appreciate you and your knowledge and experience. Thank you for everything that you've done for the district. 32 years is truly incredible. And last but certainly not least, Willie Grayson, our head custodian out at Wyman. This is 39 years, Willie. 39. It's truly amazing and remarkable. And we appreciate everything that you've done over the years for the district and the experience that you have. I want to say a special thank you to our 20 plus year of service recognitions. That's a wonderful group of people. The knowledge and experience that they have with the district is certainly incredible. I thought this was some interesting math for you. 18 folks represented there with a total combined years of experience of 469 years. Just think about that for a second and what they know about our district and the processes and procedures and things that have to happen to serve our students. We thank you for your dedicated service. It's truly amazing, and we look forward to many more years with each of you. Our next group is our Perfect Attendance Award winners. This is truly remarkable. I want to stop here and just say a few words about the fact that perfect is perfect. So I like the last part of this definition, as good as it is possible to be. And we know that with families and this crazy COVID stuff that's been going on and just life in general, sometimes perfect attendance is very difficult. And so we appreciate the efforts of these folks to be here every day in service of the students. There is no substitute for any of you as a regular employee. And so we appreciate your presence and the knowledge and experience that you bring with you to serve everyone. Starting out, we have 22 of these actually. So we have Paul Alvey, our custodian at the junior high. And I should pause here and mention each of you will have a $10 donation made to a building, and Linda will work through that process with you of to what building you prefer, whether it's the one you work in or whether you have kids or grandkids or whatever the case may be. She'll work through that process with you, and we'll make a $10 donation to each school's library in your behalf in recognition of your your attendance, perfect attendance. So we have Paul Albee, custodian at the junior high. Catherine Bennett, paraprofessional at Wyman. Larry Byers, bus driver. Bob Delp in maintenance. Bob keeps us hot and cold when it's necessary, so we appreciate Bob. Alicia Flory, paraprofessional at Wyman. Matthew Gossard, bus driver. Dwight Groves, bus driver. William Henney, custodian at Wyman. Dina Houston, our cafeteria supervisor over at Truman. Alice Holbert, food service at the middle school. Emily Jones, our speech language pathologist assistant at Wyman. Charles Kelly, bus driver. Howard Kempton, bus driver. Teresa Lewis, bus aide. Hava Malone, paraprofessional at the high school. Janet Miller, our accompanist at the junior high and high school. Dennis Ray, bus driver. Lynn Recker, bus driver. Mark Tucker, head custodian at Truman. Jerry Vandegrift, bus driver. Rhonda Vike, secretary at the middle school. And Gina Zervos, our director of communications. So again, I want to say a special thank you to all of our perfect attendance recognitions. We appreciate all of you and the time that you've committed for our students and our staff, and look forward to continuing into next year with you and see if you can do it again. As is tradition, one of our honorees will be randomly selected for a free day off, and so I have my little random generator here, and so I'm gonna do this, and you can see. Whoops, let me get that on the screen there. You can see the number 14, and so the winner is. If I look at my list, Teresa Lewis, our bus aide. So congratulations, Teresa. That qualifies you for a free day off next year. We appreciate that, and thank you to everyone for the time that you've spent with us. The next group is certainly a special group. It's our 2019-2020 retirees. It's always a special time to celebrate someone who has the opportunity in life to retire, and we certainly wish them the very best moving forward, and I'm very pleased to be able to celebrate a little of their time with us. Normally, we would allow them to come up and talk to you and those kind of things. With the social distancing and the changes that we're all dealing with, we're having to do some different things here. So I want to say thank you to Megan Duncan. I asked Megan to come up with some pictures for me. So of course, these are nice school pictures from emails and those kind of things. And so please don't be embarrassed. It is what it is, but we appreciate, I appreciate Megan for her work in getting these for us. So our first retiree is Rebecca Elrod, our paraprofessional at Wyman for the last 18 years. Rebecca, we thank you so much for your service. We wish you the very best in retirement, and I hope that you have some wonderful things planned to do with you, with your family and friends. And know that we're always here, and we'll help you in any way we can if you have issues or concerns. Debbie Grossenbacher, secretary at RTI for the last 23 years. Debbie, we appreciate you. Thank you for all that you've done. Always been a nice smiling face for us there at RTI, and we'll miss seeing you there at the front office, and wish you the very best. Hope things go well for you. And again, if there's anything we can do for you, please let us know. Thank you, Debbie. Next, we have Larry Moreland. Most of you know Larry, our maintenance director for the last 22 years. Now, you'll see Larry's picture looks a little different. So as it turns out, Megan was unable to find a picture of Larry here within the district. Seems like he's managed to avoid having that done, which those of you that know Larry is probably no surprise. So trying to get creative, I took to Facebook So this is what I found on Larry's Facebook page as his profile picture. So I thought it's actually pretty fitting for those of you that know Larry. Larry, we appreciate you. We'll miss you. The knowledge and experience that you took with you is certainly difficult to replace, but we appreciate it. And somewhere along the way, maybe we'll get a picture of you with somebody. But for now, we do appreciate you and wish you the very best. And last but certainly not least, we have Donna Young, Administrative Secretary here at RTC. Donna, we will miss seeing your smiling face there at the front desk, always willing to help and always greeting people with a friendly smile. We will certainly miss you, wish you the very best as well. Hopefully you have some great plans for the future. Thank you for your service. And again, with our 4 retirees, very special congratulations. It's just an incredible milestone, an incredible thing. But to each of the 4 of you, you have made a significant difference in the lives of many, and you will be greatly missed. There's no doubt that the knowledge and experience you leave with is hard to replace, and we will just miss you. So hopefully you'll stay in touch, and we look forward to seeing great things from you in the future. Just thought I'd do a quick mention here. We have 8 so far certificated retirees. Many of you are aware Dr. Zales has announced his retirement, and certainly would encourage you to wish him well if you have not done so. As with many of the others, so many of our paths cross. I just felt like it was good to mention. Many of you have worked side by side with these folks for years. Vicki Bates, Deborah Burke, Mike Howard, Tanya Haven, Kathy Pavin, Catherine Smith, and Becky Snodgrass. If you're watching, we wish you all the very best, but mainly wanted the support staff to know that they were retiring as well in case you would like to visit with them. Normally we would be here and you'd have that opportunity. So I just felt we should mention that as we move to wrap up our program here. So some closing thoughts. I think, again, this is just some different times for us. I think if there's a good thing that's going to come out of this, again, those of you that maybe tend to think we're working behind the scenes, that's certainly not the case anymore. And I think this whole process and this whole crisis has lended some extra thought to the things that happen behind the scenes. How do we most effectively and most safely bring kids to school? How do we best feed them? How do we protect them and keep them safe and provide basic health services for them and teach them in the best way possible without exposing them to greater risks? And all the things that you do is what we're having to focus on in a little renewed manner. So as I mentioned before, I think we've always had a good appreciation and a good knowledge of what the work that you do. And I think the positive that's going to come out of this is the whole world's going to know in a better light, and hopefully have a better appreciation for you through that. And last but certainly not least, we need some more people like you. We appreciate you and I'm so grateful for the work that you do and having you within the district. If you know people that you think would be good for our family, please encourage them to join us. We're always looking for good people and just like you that we can celebrate and recognize. So I thank you and I wish you well, and we'll see you soon, hopefully back in some semblance of normal, whatever that means. But I wish you all a good summer. For those of you that are off for the summer, those of you that are continuing to work, I'm sure we'll see you around. If there's anything we can do to help you, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and remember, it's a great day to be a Bulldog.
Well, this message comes to you differently. Typically this time of year we're celebrating our wonderful support staff at the annual support staff banquet where the administrators cook and prepare the meal and serve you, and we enjoy the retirements of several of our employees, plus the recognition of a few awards, in this particular case perfect attendance. So on behalf of the administrative team, please accept this as our sincere appreciation for another good year. Even though it's been a little bit of a challenge, we'll come through it in great shape, and we can't have school without wonderful support staff personnel that greet and help our students every day. So God bless you all for what you do. to make Bulldog Nation a great place to be. Thank you.